We were called to this home in Shreveport, Louisiana on Creswell Avenue, reported to have extreme haunting activity. This is a true story of this investigation. This is Real Paranormal Investigations. None of the evidence presented in this video have been altered, faked, or hoaxed in any way. We had problems within the home when doing this interview. We were not able to interview downstairs during the main hauntings have occurred. We finally had to go upstairs to get a good interview going.
No one's ever died.
Creswell Avenue in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Hi, Miss Mary. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
What was the date that this building was constructed?
It was built in 1940.
Okay. And the previous occupants and residents?
It's always been in my family, in the Smiley family.
The Smiley family?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many were in the family?
Well, it started out with my grandparents and my dad built, my grandparents built the house and my dad lived here. And then through the years, all us grandkids have, our kids and grandkids have lived here through the years.
So, about how many is in your family, would you say?
$20 maybe.
And out of those 20, how many have seen or witnessed things out of the ordinary?
Oh, man. Probably at least half of them.
Okay. Now, I said some of the questions get kind of personal. Was there any mental illness anywhere in the family? Any history thereof?
Not that I'm aware of.
Besides the general old age
Mm-hmm.
and so forth. Okay. Amanda is the one who spends most of her time alone inside the home.
I'd gotten up that day kind of late, later on in the afternoon, and my mom was gone to the fire station, Clint was gone to the fire station, and my dad was going to work. And in a time, probably around 12, I'd take a guess. And got in the shower about 1:15, 1:30, somewhere around there, and heard under washing my hair and stuff, where you really can't really hear anything, heard somebody, it sounded like somebody opened the front door, which is unusual because you can't hear that door, and it sounded like somebody with boots walked from the front door to the very front of the door of the bathroom. The bathroom door never opened. I know this because I have a mirror that you can stare at from the shower to the bathroom door. And then it sounded like it sounded exactly like Clint would walk or some sort, because he shuffles even if he stands there, he shuffles. Well, it shuffled right in front of the door, and it sounded like he just walked away. It's like, okay, just don't come in here with me. We'll be alright.
Yeah.
Just don't come in here with me. We'll be alright. I mean, the door did move. It was kind of like, they went like this to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, but it kind of did like, I don't know how to explain it, just like somebody pushed it lightly and then it just moved slightly. That's all that happened that day. I called Clint. I was like, you're at the fire station, right? And he goes, yeah. So, well, what I usually do if I feel like that, I usually bring the dogs downstairs with me. They make me feel safe. And I know if they see something, they're gonna tell me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I never had an experience with any of my dogs seeing something that wasn't there. Never had. And it was just Sparky on this side and Sophie on this side, and Sophie was kind of pointed this direction. Well, from the couch you can see into the bedroom, and the door was kind of like open most of the way, but not all the way. And I just got this just weird feeling that somebody was standing in my bedroom, just looking at me, and didn't pay no attention. Just kept on watching TV. Next thing I know, I'm hearing Sophie growl, and is staying, but bristled up. Her back is bristled up. She's literally growling. And Sophie is one of your, either I cry or I just lay there and am quiet type dogs. And she just started growling and was staring straight into my bedroom, and it was, I was like, do you see something? If you want to, you can go get it.
Sweet.
Eventually I had to put her on the floor so she could go in my bedroom and check it out for herself. She saw something. I know she saw something, because this dog has cataracts, and she was staring straight into my bedroom. There was no doubt about it that she saw something, because that was extremely unusual for her. That same night, it felt like, I don't know what was going on that night. It kept happening, and over and over and over. That was during that point in time where I told Clint, look, this is getting bad. I can't even get a good night's rest without being scared crapless.
Right.
It's like if you haven't noticed, I've been dealing with this my whole life, so it's gonna be kind of hard to get to me that bad, and it got to me around 7, 8 in the morning, maybe earlier than that. I get woken up from a dead sleep by this big humongous boom that felt like it shook the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
And it startled me so much that I just had to lay there for a second and comprehend what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't know what happened, but I had to comprehend everything. And I got Sophie up, and, like she's supposed to do, be my guard dog, put her down on the floor before me, everything, and let her walk through the house along with me. And I go into the kitchen, there's syrup all over the floor. Well, I noticed that the syrup bottle had been there for 3 days straight. Nobody had touched it. Nobody even gone over to the cabinets where it was wedged in there. It wasn't straight up, because the cabinets were too small. It was just wedged in there, but it was wedged in there so good that you were going to literally have to pull it out.
Right, and it's a plastic bottle.
Yeah, it was a plastic bottle. Syrup bottle. And it was just everywhere. All over the kitchen. It just sounded like somebody had taken it and just, like a football player does with a football after they make a touchdown, threw it on the ground. When I started acknowledging it more, it got worse.
This is the end of the initial investigation part 1. This has been a product of Real Paranormal Investigations. This is Real Paranormal Investigations. How to schedule your own paranormal investigation. To have your own Real Paranormal Investigation done, contact John T. Billingsley at 12,001 Mansfield Road in Keithville, Louisiana. That's 71047. Cell phone number 318-518-0070. And there is never any charge to you for a paranormal investigation.